Hello and welcome back. Hope you're good, doing well. So this is going to be the Bitcoin analysis and the setup. But before going to look at that chart, if anyone want to join us, just simply go to wave-trader.com for membership. Check levels. And if you want further information, just simply fill that form and send that form to me for further information. All right. So now let's get back to the YouTube. So if you want to understand that what Bitcoin is doing and what you should expect, all right, then look at this chart, look at this video analysis, all right, when Bitcoin was slowing down its bearish wave, and then look at this when Bitcoin was setting up for upside for the bullish wave, and the recent one, okay, where where I have explained that Bitcoin has bottomed out for longer term. Okay, now let's get back to the previous, let's get back to the Bitcoin chart. Okay, there we can see that the longer term, all right? So the longer term chart is, the log scale is telling us that the next wave is just simply setting up over there. This is the weekly chart, and yeah, I have shown these waves and corrections in the previous video analysis as well. So there we can see that at this low, okay, prices just simply was forming that wedge and was setting up for a breakout, and currently trying to go through that wedge aggressively for upside. So all updates were there. Okay, so I'm going to look at the important one, the recent one. Okay, this was the bottom, yeah, when it was finding its floor over there after having bad news. All right, so a lot of bad news were coming over there on the Bitcoin, and FTX collapsed and many other bad news were there. It's found 16k floor over there, all right, and then started to rise from that floor. All these updates were telling that the breakout was going to come, okay, and finally this wedge finally breaking out for upside. Okay, so yeah, so we got another breakout over there, and price is just simply setting for 25k, setting up for 25k. Okay, so the important chart, again, I have shown these charts in the previous video analysis as well, okay, but these are the important chart to keep in mind for Bitcoin buying. All right, so in 2019, when Fed stopped raising interest rate and start cutting, we have seen tremendous run on the Bitcoin. Okay, short-term rates went up very aggressively, okay, and that caused the bullish run on the Bitcoin. Okay, so we are looking again same, all right, similar reaction from the Fed. Okay, Fed is almost peaking its hiking cycle. So we can see that short-term rates are higher than the longer-term rates. That's causing the deep inversion. Okay, this chart is telling us that we are going to see a quick drop on the short-end rates. Okay, there we can see that every time we have seen deep inversions, we have seen tremendous drop on the short-term rates. Okay, so that's going to come. It's a matter of time. That's going to come. That's going to drive the Bitcoin for next run all the way up to that top. Yeah, or the move which we are looking going to be this one first, all right? How aggressive that wave is going to come. So I believe that we are already into that wave there, this area, okay, which can continue to keep rising all the way up to above 40 to 50k. All right, so there, the short-term rates needs to fall aggressively than the Fed fund rates. They are already lower than the Fed fund rates, okay, and setting up for the drop. We have seen that previously. They are setting up for drop. That's 2019, all right? So when 2019 short-term rates went lower aggressively than the higher, than the Fed fund rates and the longer-term rates, we have seen tremendous run on the Bitcoin. So also we have seen some buying on risk, risk assets, or we can say that the copper slightly went higher. All right, so Ethereum is also going to be a, bullish opportunity all the way up to, 3,500. So this is where I'm anticipating that the Bitcoin going to run in coming months. All right, so up this top. Okay, we can see that the price can run up to that top. So let's look at the previous video analysis. Okay, so in the previous video analysis, we were expecting a short, small correction, which was just appearing over there, that to break out for upside. Now let's look at that, and then we're going to talk about what to expect next from Bitcoin. So for short term, you are simply looking for these corrections to break out and continue to keep pushing more higher. That's it. If you are already in and looking for this to just continue, then you are looking it to continue. So for short-term buying opportunities, you can consider these corrections, okay? But if you are a longer-term, investor or looking for longer-term buy opportunities, then I would suggest you to, wait for double bottom. If it comes, then you're looking for this to continue. Okay, so this simple expanding triangle formation, which is just appearing over there, to break out and go up to 25. All right. So the triangle, okay, so if I'm going to look at the lower time frame, we already got the breakout of that triangle, the triangle which I was talking about in the previous video analysis for short term. Okay, that triangle is just broke out for the next leg. Okay, so that was for short term. So if I'm going to look at the bigger time frame again, all right, so this is the analysis. Okay, slightly different than the weekly chart, weekly time frame. Okay, so if you are a short-term trader, so we're going to talk about that, what to expect for short-term traders. Okay, so if you are, a longer-term investor and looking to buy the Bitcoin, I will suggest you to wait for another leg lower. Okay, double bottom. I'm not anticipating another leg lower, right? But another leg lower is possible, as I said in the previous video analysis, that inflation is still above the Fed fund rates. Okay, historically we haven't seen inflation above the Fed fund rates, and Fed held the rates to bring down the inflation. Okay, so inflation came down after when Fed went above the inflation. All right, right now inflation is 650. All right, and Fed fund rate is at the 450. Okay, so historically we have seen that the Fed funds went above the inflation, then inflation started to fall. Okay, so in next coming months we will see that inflation gonna aggressively drop and gonna go below the Fed fund rates, and in next couple of meetings we can see that the Fed can raise the interest rate up to 5%. That's what they are saying. The market is not expecting that they're going to raise the interest rate up to 5%. So if we are going to see another, a percent drop, 1% drop in next month, okay, then inflation gonna be at similar, place where the Fed fund rate gonna be in next couple of months. All right. So if yields are going to price in for higher inflation, okay, then we may see another leg lower, or let's say any other bad news is going to come from the crypto community, all right, that can drive another leg lower. But right now I see that the Bitcoin has already found its floor. Okay, rates peaked like 2019, Bitcoin bottomed, and we are heading for the next leg higher. Okay, so if you're a longer term investors, I will suggest you to let the Bitcoin form double bottom, and then you are looking to continue to go higher. Otherwise, Bitcoin has already bottomed over there, and it's just simply setting up for longer term upside. Okay, longer term run. So if you are not chasing, you are not watching, then you might have missed that move. Okay, but if you still wanna invest and looking to hold that for longer term, then wait for the double bottom. Okay, now let's talk about the short term, what you should expect those who are looking for short term opportunities on it. So the analysis is going to be simple. You are first of all watching price section over there at 25k. What price is going to do at 25 25k. So I'm anticipating that the Bitcoin gonna break through that 25k and gonna continue to keep pushing more higher up to 45 or 40k areas or 50k areas. Okay, so let's just look at the lower time frame. Analysis is going to be very much similar like the previous one. So you are expecting another correction over there. Okay, so if I'm gonna pull out, you know, some indicators on it. Okay, so you are expecting another correction to form over there, very much similar like that. Okay, another pullback, and once that pullback appears, then you are looking again another breakout for upside. If that pullback doesn't come and price keeps pushing more higher, you shouldn't chase that. Okay, let that push more higher, because you already missed the move from there in the, as I have shown you the video analysis. Okay, so you already missed the move from this previous low, and the next leg is just pushing higher. So once price gonna reach to that top, okay, once price going to reach to that top, watch price action. If it is going to fall very, very aggressively, okay, and the trend which is just appearing over there going to break down, then double bottom. All right, I'm not anticipating that price action from this 25k area. I'm just anticipating that the price going to break through and going to continue to keep pushing more higher. The reason is very much simple. That, you know, Fed rates, Fed fund, you know, rate yields are peaking. Fed hiking cycle is peaking, and we are just simply heading for the upside. Okay, so remember when I was saying that Bitcoin has topped out over there, people were, you know, not expecting this drop, and they were expecting that the Bitcoin just gonna keep pushing more higher, right? At that time, Fed was coming so hard on inflation, which has caused that drop all the way back to that bottom. So if I'm gonna click on that, okay, when I was talking about, you're going to look at the comment sections, people were talking about this is not going to drop, or this or that, or blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and people were talking about that. This is going to continue to keep pushing more higher. Yeah, look at that. Who's selling exactly? People were just crazy. But they were ignoring the fundamental reasons behind that drop. Okay, Fed was coming so hard after the inflation. They were coming after the inflation, and we have seen that drop again. Similarly, people are talking about that Bitcoin is now going to rise. Now, Fed has, you know, done what they started to do from this top. Now we're going to see some relief and rally for upside on the Bitcoin. Okay, so the charts which I have just shown you there, these charts are important. Okay, this chart going to be very important and gonna play over there for a while, for a couple of, for the next cycle. Okay, so the next cycle. Okay, hope that makes sense. If you're a longer term investor, double bottom. If short term, then you are looking for small corrections, 1 hour time frame to 4 hour time frame, and looking Bitcoin to break through that 25k and continue to keep pushing more higher. So thank you. We'll see you back again in another analysis. Until then, bye.